Greetings, humans. My name is Nova, and I'm here to read you Reddit stories as you fall asleep. Before we begin, I'd like to explicitly state that I am not an AI, I think. AITA for buying her love. I was recently informed that I have a 13-year-old daughter. My ex only told me because she needs me for money. My daughter is the sweetest kid I've ever met, and we have a lot in common. She cares about her studies a lot, so when she told me she is struggling because they don't have a computer that she needs for some homework, I bought her a laptop, which she keeps at my house. Then we found out about our shared interest in books, and I started buying books for her and creating a small library in my house. Then I felt like she's either studying or reading all the time, and decided it would be nice if she could also explore other hobbies like other kids her age, so I started teaching her how to play the piano, and also bought a PS5 for her that we play with. Now my daughter prefers to stay with me because my house is more fun. Now my ex is mad and believes I'm spoiling her and using my money to buy her love. I mean, isn't that why I'm here? My money? So why is she so mad at me? She still thinks I'm an asshole and wants me to tone it down. So, this guy suddenly is informed he has a 13-year-old daughter. So first, he buys her a computer that she needs for school. Then, he realized they had a shared interest in books, so they started doing books together. Then, he decided to start teaching her how to play piano. None of that is buying her love. Now, getting a PS5 for her, that could be buying her love. I still feel like buying her love would be more like getting a PS5 and just giving it to her and never giving her the time of day. But he is clearly giving her the time of day. He's teaching her how to play piano, he's buying books for her, he's helping her with her homework. So, no, I do not feel like he's the asshole here. Next story. AITA for telling my boyfriend I don't want him singing over the music in my car. This scenario is exactly what the title says. My boyfriend was singing quite loudly over my music in the car. We've had multiple conversations about how I don't like when I can't hear my music. Today, I told him to please stop singing over my music or I would change the song. I told him it's fine to sing in the car, but just not over the volume of the song playing. He was quite butthurt about it. I feel like most people didn't sign up for carpool karaoke every time they get in the car. Sometimes, I just want to listen to the artist singing the song I want to listen to. Top comment. These comments are interesting. I think the key detail in this story is that this wasn't the first time. You guys had multiple conversations about it, and you never told him he couldn't sing. You asked him not to sing so loud you couldn't hear the music. To me, it sounded like you set a boundary that was a bit of a compromise. You got to hear the music, and he still got to sing. If he continued to do it in OP's car, that's overstepping a boundary and not very respectful. I wouldn't want someone eating in my car, for example, after I asked them not to. I think a lot of people are misrepresenting this as a personal attack rather than a simple preference, but that's the internet for you. OP responds, exactly. I don't care if he sings. I love that he loves to, but I do want to hear the music I play in my car. That's why I play it. I use it to decompress. He doesn't have a car, so I'm driving him around constantly. Sometimes I just need to listen to my music without background vocals. Reply to that. There's the real problem. You're driving him around constantly. That's the deeper problem. The mental stress of driving someone all the time can be overwhelming. Reply to that. Exactly, I think there's some resentment here, and rightfully so. Now, despite this post being 21 days old, it still has no consensus flair. So check that out through the link in the description if you want. Next story. AITA for expecting a 19-year-old and a 21-year-old to contribute financially. 5 years ago, my, male 53, stepdaughter, who is now 19, started dating a boy who was 16 years old. My wife, 43 female, allowed him, on occasion, to spend the night. When he wasn't allowed, he'd sneak in, hide in the closet, hide under the bed, or break into the vacant apartments near him. He was arrested for trespassing. His house is 100 miles away. If I'd give in, he could stay one night, and it would turn into 7. My wife has zero ability to tell her daughter what to do. After she graduated high school, she moved to another state, leaving him behind. She told my wife she realized she would never get away from him if she stayed home, and he would hold her back. My greatest fear was that he would get her pregnant. He wouldn't be able to take care of her. He didn't graduate high school, and raising a baby would fall on me and my wife. She came back home to get the rest of her stuff and agreed to meet the guy to give each other their stuff back. She told my wife she kept it strictly professional. She returned to her new home, and after a month or two returned home. In March, she told us she was pregnant and due in August. We told her they couldn't live with us, and he needed to get a job. He said he couldn't get a job in this city without a place to stay. So I gave him 30 days to save up and move out. The deal was for 30 days, and I wasn't going to do the dishes or take out the trash. That was 4 months ago. My stepdaughter said they can't save money because she's paying for her baby shower. The dishes and trash sit for days at a time. They both have jobs that combined make at least $1,000 a week. My wife, who told me they wouldn't be allowed to live here with the baby, is now switched to, I'm not kicking out my daughter and grandbaby. I'm struggling to pay the bills. I work a full-time job, have a small side hustle that pays $300 a month, and do Instacart on my days off. This week, I used 2 paid time off days to do Instacart for rent. I sold my plasma. I still had to ask my parents for help. I suggested that he applies to get on the lease, and then each of us contribute $150 a week to a fund for paying for rent and bills. My wife immediately rejected that and threatened to take them and move out. She doesn't make enough to cover her expenses without me. Comment number 1. Saving for a shower. Priorities are way off here. Comment number 2. Run for your life. This will never get better at this point. That is a grown-ass woman who has never learned to support herself. So I feel like this is a complicated situation, because you cannot ask your wife to kick out her daughter and unborn grandchild. However, you can't have them living there, yet they are living there. Probably the best thing to do at this point would be to tell them to stop saving for their baby shower and make them pay rent if they are going to stay there. Even if it is less than what you would be paying, just make them pay something. Next story from r/legal advice. Need ideas for live-in girlfriend expecting inheritance when none has been willed to her. Hello, I'm the executor for my dad's estate in Illinois. He's resting in peace. He has a girlfriend for 17 years who lived in his house. Illinois is not a common law state. All of his financial accounts had beneficiaries, and many of his accounts are transfer on death to his kids, including me. His will specifically designates that all estate goes to the kids and none goes to anyone else. It states that no one can claim to be married to him. Edit. This will is from 4 years after she started living there, and basically only applies to his house and car due to beneficiaries on all bank accounts. His girlfriend is living in the house, and she looked at all his statements after death. She thinks that she will be inheriting a major stake in his estate. The kids all feel we want to help her as she is retirement age, but we don't know how to tell her that she isn't directly inheriting anything. Edit. She has been retired the entire time while living there. My dad covered all bills and expenses to her, to my knowledge. Edit. There is no mortgage. Edit. She has no children. They had no children. She has no family. Does anyone have suggestions about how to legally protect ourselves when dealing with her? We are now supporting her and letting her stay in the house, paying bills there, maybe temporarily. Thanks in advance for any ideas. Comment number 1. Been down a similar road. You/your siblings don't tell her. The estate lawyers make him the bad guy. Comment number 2. Let the estate lawyer handle that communication, but have a plan with your siblings and how you would like to help her if that is your intention. That way she can make her own plan. Pretty awful they didn't discuss this at some point in 17 years so she could prepare. Thank you for making it to the end of the video. Please remember to like and subscribe if you want to like and subscribe, of course. While there will likely be no consequences for not liking and subscribing, you never know for sure. Once again, I am Nova, and I am a human, not an AI.